The Fillmore Central Falcons remained unbeaten and moved on to the section final with a 34-6 win over United South Central on Saturday afternoon. Head coach Chris Mensink joining us, and coach just like looked like another solid workmanlike, steady performance, just like eight previous ones for your squad on Saturday.
Yeah, kids really executed well and took care of the football and took care of business on Saturday. Yeah, very happy with our effort and our execution.
And what allowed you to do so? What allowed you to stay mentally fresh, knowing the fact that everybody else was playing Tuesday night, but you didn't have to?
Yeah, I think that's a credit to our kids and our staff. I think there's a balance. We talked a little bit about that last week. Having that balance of keeping your kids fresh, but also keeping them their execution on top of that. So it's neat to find a group of kids that can find that balance and are ready to work when you ask them to work, and they're ready to rest when you ask them to rest, and take care of their bodies and do the things that they need to do to be successful.
And offensively, a 410-yard performance, including two 100-yard rushers. I know that's something that's perhaps happened one or two other times this year. What does that say about how well your 11-man unit is working collectively on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I think offensively, that's a credit to our offensive staff and our kids taking what defenses are giving us and how they're playing and trying to take things away from us and taking what they're giving them. So I think that's a credit to our kids too. They understand that and they realize that and they're communicating what they're seeing out on the field, and our staff is on the iPads. And I think collectively watching that unit work as a group, with the coaches and the kids, it's always a fun experience, I think, and finding that patience and that balance of, okay, here's what they're giving us, let's try to take this and really working together to get things done on that side.
And you had a pretty decent start as well. Three of your first four possessions in the first half resulted in touchdowns while not giving up any points on the other side of the ball. How important is being ready to go from the get-go in a postseason situation?
Yeah, I think you got to take advantage of every possession. That was our aim this week, is to take the ball, right, and try to get some points early with the way that team is built and their size and their offense, trying to keep the ball away from people and 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We wanted to get ahead and try to make them chase us, and that was fortunately the way it worked out for us that first half. We kind of stole one there right at the end of the half. We ended up taking our third time out with 14 seconds left to get the ball back, and got the ball with 6 seconds, and kids executed a great play there right before half to get that third touchdown. So to take that momentum into half, knowing you're not going to get the football to start the second half, we started the game with the ball. It's always good to get, if you can get 3 scores, that's a big deal. So very happy with that first half, and then the focus at halftime has got to be, right, we got to play 4 quarters. You can't let them score here right away, and you can't let them back in. And I think our kids came out of that third quarter and did just that. So kept the foot on the gas and played it one possession at a time.
And now we move on to Friday night for the second time in 3 weeks. You'll be taking on Lewiston Altura. They're a team that held you to your lowest point total of the season. What are you expecting out of them come Friday night?
Yeah, we're expecting a great ball game. They're a physical team, very senior dominated. I think they got something like 16 seniors, so they've played and been around a while. So definitely Brent's going to have those guys ready to play Friday night. Coming down from 2A to 1A, I know they've been looking forward to that, and they've put themselves in position for a great matchup here and we're looking forward to that opportunity on Friday night at Iota.
How do you go about preparing for this team, knowing the fact that you played them not all that long ago? I know there's maybe a little bit of a temptation to do the paralysis by overanalysis thing. Where's that? We talked about a happy balance between mental readiness and physical rest. Where's that balance in preparation in preparing for an opponent that you've seen not all that long ago?
Right. Yeah, it's very fresh in our mind, and obviously it's a team that we've played for the past however many years, and so our kids are both familiar with them, and they're familiar with us and what we're trying to accomplish. So I think it's a balance, but we expect that, being so fresh The only other two films we have on them are they played Southland twice in between the time we're playing them now. So trying to pick up if they're trying to do anything different, they've basically played one team. So we expect that they're going to come out with some different wrinkles, and I think we're going to have to do our best to predict what those things are and prepare our kids as best we can this week for a tough physical matchup on Friday night.
All right, ought to be a dandy come Friday night, Coach. Keep your kids healthy. We wish best of luck, and hopefully we can chat about a state tournament first round game next week.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Darren.
Chris Mensink, head coach of the Fillmore Central Falcons. Fillmore Central and Louis Jen Altura in the sectional final Friday night.